6,440 pounds, one owner, originally sold right here at Haywood RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a Springdale 2980, which is a super slide with a private rear bunkhouse that is a true quad bunk with 4 bunks in the back. This actually has, because it doesn't have an outside kitchen, it has 4 true bunks. It has 2 full pass-throughs, heated belly, power awning, power stabilizer jacks, power tongue jack. This is like smart equipped, smart money, entry-level camping right here, and made even better because you're not paying the new RV price tag for it. And overall, I'm pretty happy with what I see. I can see that they used it, but it's not beat up, dinged up. There's a couple little, like, there's a bump on a cabinet I spotted and a bump on the outside rear wall metal that we're going to talk about. But overall, again, if you're looking to like get out of a pop-up where you want to get your first family camper, you want to camp for a bunch of years and then swap out to the you know, the couples camper at some point, this is the type of trailer that can get you through it. I like the way that they really didn't waste any opportunity for space here. There is a nice spot there for a wastebasket. That's something first-time RVers just don't tend to think about. Now over here within the slide, it's a simple jackknife style sofa, but there is storage below it. It could fold down into a little sleeper, but that U-dinette over there will fold down into an extra adult size sleeper, and that's what's cool about this one. It's good for not just sleeping kids, but you can get you know, multiple adults in here as well. Central air, central heat. It's got all the essentials, easy reach power outlets, big farm sink, and a sprayer faucet are always crowd favorite features. And I really like where they mounted that paper towel holder right there. It's always accessible, but it's also down where the kiddos can get to it. And I think that's smart. That I've never seen that in a position like that. It's just a simple little you know, thing that they did there. Now the bathroom, like the rest of the RV, it's simple but effective. It does exactly what it needs to. It doesn't do a single thing more. It doesn't do a single thing less. It does exactly what it needs to. But frankly, what more you want for out of a basic family bunkhouse camper? I think it gets the job done pretty well. Again, 4 individual bunks here is something that has become harder to find in the RV industry. Typically what you find are 3 bunks in some form of camp kitchen, but you don't have that here. Also, you've got power outlets above that rear stand right there, and the stand is something you always find use for, and you can see how you have good dedicated storage here for the kiddos. If you've never camped, I mean, anybody with kids just understands how much room they take up. I remember when my wife and I, when we had our first kid, suddenly 2/3 of our house became dedicated to one little baby. It's crazy. That little blue glow in stereo right there, it's app enabled. You can get an app on your phone called the J Control app and turn your phone into a remote control for it. But it is also just generic Bluetooth. So if you just want to stream some music or something off your phone, you can do that. RV's all ready for a TV here inside this little hutch. It does appear someone had one mounted at some point, but it does look like they also took it with them. The good news, very easy for you to see where to mount a TV. Now another neat little thing, this has a power awning. This says power stabilizer jacks, awning lights. It actually has a handy little touchscreen remote right here where you can operate stuff like that, and the slide out, which is kind of handy for setting up camp. Simple, basic, straightforward, effective. Bedroom. You know, a camper like this, chances are you're just using the bedroom just to, you know, to sleep at night. Other than that, you're probably navigating the RV during the day. So they didn't go overboard here, and they really focused a good job on kind of dressing up the living room and leaving everything else basic. So you're really getting your money here where you spend the most time. Now, under that Camp Queen bed that we just found ourselves, you have a big storage compartment. And I like how it has that extra wide door for easy access there. As I mentioned, this does have a power awning. It's also an easy 2-finger tilt. You can see the power tongue jack on the front, and it has 4-corner power stabilizer jacks, which is surprising equipment for a basic, you would call, entry-level camper, but I think the idea behind this was sort of camping made easy. This brand also has a, there's only 1 seam in this floor. They use the same floor decking and general floor construction as something like a Montana 5th wheel, which is one of the reasons they might be a little bit heavier than a lot of things, but their service records were always really fantastic. Power stabilizer jacks, like I mentioned, and this does have an enclosed underbelly with a 30,000 BTU furnace, so good for extended season use. Back under the bunks, you actually find your second full pass-through, and it even has these handy little horseshoe pockets on both sides. This back here is excellent for things like your totes for your water lines, and obviously you want to keep freshwater stuff separate from blackwater stuff. And if you don't know the difference, please, good Lord, ask us so that we can make sure you're not making your family sick. Now, I mentioned that there were a couple dings on the rear wall here. They're so minor that we're staring right at them, and unless you know what you're looking at, you're probably having a hard time seeing them. I've seen this before, so I knew exactly what caused it. I saw this funky little crease right there. I found another tiny little crease right there. And you might be going, well, what caused that? The answer is a bike rack. That is a telltale sign that at one point they had a bumper-mounted bike rack, and if you don't cinch the crap out of those bikes, they will jiggle back and forth and occasionally tap that rear wall. It's minor, it's just cosmetic, but it's there. And if you appreciate that kind of, you know, decent, straightforward transparency, give our team here at Haylett RV Brokers a call, because if it's not this one, we're going to give you the same transparency on every one of these things here, not to mention the 500 other RVs that we have at Haylett RV just down the street. So take care. Stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.